Hi everyone, I'm the real George Booth from Ontozoan.com. Did I ever tell you about the worst day I ever had at work? Well, let me tell you. It was about 25 years ago. I was a trainee in a manufacturing plant that made bedspreads. Well, if you don't know what a bedspread is, welcome to the age of the duvet. But for those of you who aren't familiar, a bedspread is a bed covering that comprises a 3-layer fabric sandwich. The top layer is a printed or dyed fabric, usually cotton or polyester and cotton. The inner layer is a polyester batting, and then there's a liner fabric on the back. You make this 3-layer sandwich on a large-scale multi-needle quilting machine where you accumulate rolls of fabric, rolls of batting, and rolls of backing, run them through some redirecting rolls to press the 3 layers of fabric together, and then you put them underneath an oscillating bank of needles, metal needles moving at a high rate of speed. Many revolutions per minute. You're using polyester sewing thread, and if you know anything at all about science and ion transfer, then you know that when you have a metal object moving across or against or through something that doesn't absorb moisture from the air, you are creating a static charge. In the case of fabric that's 90 inches wide or more, that's a significant amount of static that you can be generating. So let me just paint the picture for you just a little bit more clearly. The multi-needle quilter discharged the 3-layer sandwich up over a discharge gantry, which then plated the fabric or festooned it into a large metal cage which rested on phenolic casters, wheels. There's supposed to be a piece of metal sash chain that hangs down to attach to a fork in the top of that cart or that buggy because the phenolic casters are not conductive. So any static that accumulates in the fabric remains in the fabric until or unless, it's the microphone, it's not me, until or unless the static can be discharged. So, one day I came back from lunch and I walked over to have a look at the progress of quilting, and without really thinking about it, I reached out to grab an upright of that transfer gantry, and I leaned into the operator alley to look. And then to get a better look, I leaned a little farther in and I reached out my right hand to grab the vertical member of the cart, which just happened to be closest to my hand. And I don't remember anything after that. My vision went yellow. My heart skipped a beat. I just stood there breathing hard, wondering what in the world happened. Well, I had discharged the static. It went through me. And the old supervisor of the department, whose charge I was at the time, charge, get it, walked over and said 3 words I'll never forget. Hurts, don't it? Yes, it did. You know, as bad as that was, and as embarrassing as that was not what made it the worst day ever in my working life. What made it worse was a couple hours later, I walked back over again to check on the progress of the quilting, and without thinking, reached out my left hand to touch the gantry and my right hand to touch the same buggy. And I got zapped all over again. Now, why am I taking our time, our valuable time, telling you this story? Well, it's simply this. Sometimes it takes more than one lesson to learn the lesson. If that's happening to you right now, don't curse it, don't fight it, just learn the lesson. Now, in my own defense, I will say that I only had to get 2 shocks before I learned to be very careful about where I place my hands whenever I'm in a manufacturing plant. And I've been working in manufacturing plants ever since, so give me credit for that. But if you are in the process of learning, some lessons are painful, and sometimes the pain has to be applied more than once before you get it. Don't let it throw you. It's just part of the process. I'm the real George Booth from Ontozoan.com, and we'll talk again. Hey, I'd love to hear from you. If you'd like to leave a comment below, please do so. If you'd like to send me an email, I've got a space for that. Or if you'd like to send me a direct message through social media, please feel free to do so. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And again, I would love to hear from you.